Kakushigoto is about a dirty gag comedy mangaka who has a daughter and a dead wife. And he doesn't want his daughter to find out that he writes dirty gag manga. And so he pretends to have a regular sort of office job that he works at. And he goes through absolutely absurd lengths to prevent his 10-year-old daughter from learning about his career. The show can basically be divided into 3 general segments, 3 general themes as well, which is heartwarming moments between the father and his daughter. There are comedic moments about the main character, Kakushi, which is why the show has its name, his mangaka career. And there's also flash forwards where the daughter is 18 years old. It takes place 8 more years in the future, where she is uncovering her father's deceptions and the history about his manga career with dark, sinister overtones that imply something happened to the father. What the anime is trying to do, it does very well. It's funny when it wants to be. It's dark and serious when it wants to be. It's wholesome and heartwarming when it wants to be. It does everything totally well, totally serviceable, have absolutely no complaints on what it's actually trying to do and what it manages to accomplish. I like the cast, pretty much every member of the cast, except for the main character's editor, who is this sort of like ditzy dumb guy who's also kind of an asshole, but not all the way asshole, like 50% asshole. And he's like my number one complaint with the show because I just do not like his character. He creates a lot of the scenarios they end up in specifically because of his own ditzy idiocy. And I just don't think that sort of plays very well. It makes him very much an irritating character. The thing about Kakushigoto is that the show itself is not really a show where characters grow or develop. It's more of a show that slowly unfolds itself. And so I think the show is very slow moving, but also I think every episode is kind of samey. Like, we know that whenever we get an especially heartwarming father-daughter moment, the end of the episode is going to show us a flash forward implying that he's like dead or something. And this happens basically every episode. And so it's always like slice of life of him in his like comedy work manga scene, wholesome moment with his daughter. Those turn back and forth throughout the end of the episode. And then the end gets you depressed because it's like, oh no, what happened to the dad? And that's like every episode. And they're all kind of like that. And when you go through like 12 episodes of that, it gets a little bit much. I would have liked if the show could have mixed up its formula a bit more, is probably my number one issue with it. Twitch and Discord in the description. I've been Sacrobolic, your Envoy of Hope. Bye-bye!